Hi everyone. Today is the 23rd of April 2018 in New Zealand, and today I want to talk to you again about the anxiety and fears around pregnancy and childbirth and the newborn period as well. There was an article in Huffington Post referring to a study that's going to be done in Canada with a questionnaire asking women about fear in childbirth. A previous study in Scandinavia said 80% of women have an anxiety or fear about childbirth. And that's true for men as well. Now, there's a misunderstanding about it that I was fortunate enough to understand because I spent years in third world countries, not around childbirth, but talking to people about birth. So diverse cultures are still composed of our one humanity. We have different cultures and different viewpoints, but everyone around the world in traditional and modern cultures have an anxiety about pregnancy, childbirth, and the newborn period. This is a gift. This isn't something you should suppress. The gift is there so that you become more aware. When you are more aware, you pay more attention. And that's really important during pregnancy, birth, and the newborn period, because you need to find out whether there's actually a problem. So how do you deal with your anxiety or fear? So these are the steps you need to take. This is the skill you need to learn. And as a dad, you need to learn it. Because if your partner is afraid, you need to ask her these questions. And if you're afraid, you need to ask yourself these questions. And if the two of you are afraid of the same thing, then the chances are that you're paying attention to the exact same thing and may need to act on it. So when you feel anxiety or fear around pregnancy, birth, or the newborn period, first ask yourself this question. Do I believe that this problem or issue that I'm anxious or afraid about is going to lead to death or serious injury within the next 5 minutes? And if the answer is yes, get help. If the answer is no, ask yourself this question. If I don't believe death or injury is going to occur in the next 5 minutes, do I feel that it's going to occur in the next 12 hours? If the answer is yes, get help. If you've asked yourself those two questions, 5 minutes, 12 hours, and if the answer is no to both of those, then commit to paying attention over the next 24, 36, 48, or 72 hours. If during that period of time, the anxiety and the fear that you have begins to feel as though it's going to have a problem in 5 minutes or 12 hours, seek help. If not, the issue that you're anxious or fearful about is going to dissipate, which means that you get to thank that anxiety or fear for teaching you how to pay attention and to ask those important questions. And that's important in pregnancy, it's very important in birth, and it's more important in the newborn period because your baby can't talk and tell you. So all you have as a dad is to pay attention to how the baby looks, what it's doing, and how it sounds. So if as a dad you are anxious about your newborn, because women are, they're always saying, what's the matter? But that's because their fear, the gift of fear, has been suppressed in them and in you. So instead of being scared of your fear, embrace it. It's a gift, and it will lead you to the skill that I just mentioned. It's an important skill to have. Now tomorrow I'm going to talk a bit about niggling labors in this series of 36 to birth. This is the fourth phase of pregnancy. So see you then. And remember, pass the skill on to people. Nobody should be afraid without understanding that it's a gift, and nobody should be afraid without understanding the skills to use in this gift. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, by the way, we have an ebook about the positive and negative voice, which is what happens in birth if you have negative thoughts and how to use your skills alongside those negative thoughts. Don't try to get rid of them. Just let them rattle on in your head. Use the same skill that I talked about, but also apply your birth and birth coaching skills as well. And then you will manage even though you have negative thoughts. See you later. Bye-bye.